I now call upon Sonia Walehdy, who will be talking about women and education. She's a volunteer and also she currently studies in a university. Thanks.
Assalamu alaikum to all my dear Afghanistani people. As Shabnam has so beautifully emphasized on the importance and needs of Afghanistani women here in UK as well as in Afghanistan, I would like to add the importance of education in UK for Afghanistani women and as well as in Afghanistan. As we all know, the lack of education is one of the important or main cause of poverty, and unfortunately our beloved country, Afghanistan, is one of the poorest countries in the world. Poverty in Afghanistan is widespread throughout the rural and urban areas, mainly related to high illiteracy rates, where 90% of women and 63% of men are unable to read or write. The right to free and compulsory education is viewed by many as one of the most fundamental of all human rights. Since the fall of Taliban in late 2001, many would agree that the political and cultural position of Afghanistani women has improved dramatically. This is due to the right of education given to the poor country. In total, more than 1 million girls are now at the school in Afghanistan. In fact, more girls are attending school in Afghanistan than in the decade before the Taliban introduced its ban on female education. But the situation in rural areas for girls' education is still a serious problem. According to the British Guardian, attacks on the school and threatening messages to the parents to keep their girls at home or even poisoning girls to death for daring to go to school, it still continues in Afghanistan. But beside all of these problems, education in Afghanistan suffers from shortage of facilities and lack of trained teachers at every level in education. The reconstruction of Afghanistan educational system, however, is far from complete. There are still around 2 million students living in rural areas, many in refugee camps, who continue to be denied the right to education. But by working together and supporting the European Campaign for Human Rights in Afghanistan and Dr. Nassimi, we would like to speed up the process of education for our women here in UK and also in our beloved country. And this process has started here. And we would like all of you to join us. The recently adopted constitution in Afghanistan states that the citizen of Afghanistan, whether man or woman, have equal rights to duties before the law. So let us all be a part of this big change for our society. We want from this conference to find a way how we can build partnership with the Ministry of Education in Afghanistan and how we can support our Afghan women here in UK to apply for funding and building primary school for disabled children in literacy classes for disabled women in rural parts of Afghanistan, as well as we would like to find a way how we can find UK organizations to support our campaign of human rights and scholarships for young girls to come here and study abroad from rural areas of Afghanistan. Finally, we must all really appreciate the very hard work and approved by Dr. Nassimi and helping our people understand British educational system by providing supplementary schools and training. His contribution in providing educational activities and helping children and young people integrate into both the Afghanistani community and British society is outstanding. I would therefore like to all to express your thanks to Dr. Nurul Haq Nasimi for his efforts. Thank you for listening.